Congratulations to President Trump on his historical victory. Great opportunities ahead of us as a country with you sitting in the White House chair. We are looking forward to another 4 years. You the best of health to lead our beautiful country.
Well, that might actually be Donald Trump's oldest fan. 105-year-old Rosalie Cianelli has become a bit of a viral sensation for her pro-Trump videos posted on TikTok. Rosalie's granddaughter posts the videos where she's now garnered over 130,000 followers. Donald Trump even sent Rosalie a signed hat.
What do you think it is, Graham?
I don't know.
It says from DJT. So I think it's from Donald Trump himself, from Florida.
Sincerely, Donald
Hooray!
Trump.
Thank you, Donald Trump. I love you. Can't believe that I have an autograph of Donald Trump for his hat. Thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you for my letter and hat.
After campaigning online to followers to vote for the now president-elect, the soon-to-be 106-year-old was ecstatic when the former president won another term. Here's Rosalie urging her followers to vote for Trump in the lead-up to the election.
I have to vote for Donald Trump to save this country.
Welcome to Mad World, our weekly Culture Wars wrap-up. Let's get into it. Well, the Republican Party has officially won the House of Representatives in the 2024 presidential election. This means the GOP will take control of both chambers, the House and the Senate, after winning a majority of the votes. The GOP edged to victory after securing 218 seats in the House compared to the 208 for the Democrats. While in the 100-seat Senate, Republicans control 53 seats, while Democrats and independents took 47. Since officially winning the presidency, Donald Trump has been busy building his administration before he is sworn in January. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy were officially appointed to lead Trump's new department, the Department of Government Efficiency. Elon tweeted, "All actions of the Department of Government Efficiency will be posted online for maximum transparency. Anytime the public thinks we are cutting something important or not cutting something wasteful, just let us know. We will also have a leaderboard for most insanely dumb spending of your tax dollars. This will be both extremely tragic and extremely entertaining." Another appointment from Trump in his first week as president-elect has been appointing Fox News host Pete Hegseth to the role of Defense Secretary. While Pete is a former veteran and earned the rank of major, serving in both Iraq and Afghanistan, it was considered a surprise pick from Trump. Joy Reid from MSNBC was called out for ignoring Hegseth's credentials in getting the role.
The former and future president is moving quickly to fill the clown car and round out his cabinet before he changes his mind and fires them all. Moments ago, Trump announced that he has selected Fox Weekend morning show host, you can't make this up, Pete Hegseth, to serve as Secretary of Defense, because why not?
And then Whoopi Goldberg took a swipe.
He also picked, you ready? Co-host of Fox and Friends Weekend. Not even like regular. Weekend. Pete Hegseth. Hegseth?
Yeah.
Okay, Pete Hegseth. And he's picked him to be U.S. Secretary of Defense. Now, MAGA supporters and detractors are trying to figure out, what?
Now, after the Republican Party officially won the White House with the help and endorsement of ex-owner Elon Musk, some critics argue that the social media platform has become toxic or leaning towards the right. So much so that the Guardian newspaper decided to stop posting to X this week, announcing it on the website. But then came the flood of announcement of users deciding to leave the platform too. In came former CNN anchor Don Lemon to announce that he too will be leaving X.
Hi, everyone. I have loved connecting with all of you on Twitter and then on X for all of these years. But it's time for me to leave the platform. I once believed that it was a place for honest debate and discussion, transparency and free speech. But I now feel it does not serve that purpose.
That prompted a simple response from the End Wokeness X page that read, "Bye, Felicia," followed by another user that wrote, "Nobody cares." Another who wrote, Why do liberal narcissists always have to make a production of your departure from social media platforms? And X is not an airport. You can leave without announcing your departure. Joe Biden has welcomed Donald Trump to the White House this week so that the two can discuss a peaceful transfer of power. All eyes were on the president and the president-elect as they interacted after a heated campaign season.
Well, Mr. President-elect and former President, thank you. Donald, congratulations.
Thank you.
And looking forward to having like we said, a smooth transition. Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need. And we're going to get a chance to talk about some of that today. So
Good.
Welcome.
Thank you
back.
very much. And thank you very much. And politics is tough, and it's in many cases not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate it very much. A transition that's so smooth, it'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that, Joe.
You're welcome.
President Biden had already had a few bizarre and viral moments this week. The first being when he had an odd response to a reporter's question.
President Biden, do you think that you can get a hostage deal by the end of your term?
I think you can get hit in the head by a camera behind you. All right. Thank you all. Well, Mr. President.
And then we found out that Joe Biden had another obstacle to overcome, and it wasn't the auto cue this time, it was sand.
He's playing?
Yeah. He's playing.
He's trying too hard.
Huh. He's playing.
Mr. President!
Mr. President, just a word.
Mr. President, what are you going to say to Trump on Wednesday?
Whoa.
Mr. President, what are you going to talk with Trump on Wednesday?
Biden's press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, also had a busy week after the election, dodging questions from White House reporters. She was asked whether Joe Biden apologised to Donald Trump in the meeting.
In the meeting, we saw a unified front related to a transition in the Oval Office meeting. But a lot was said on the campaign trail, like Trump is a dangerous threat to our country and our democracy. Was there an apology today?
I'm sorry?
Was there an apology from
President
Biden for the words, some of the words used?
An apology from the President Biden.
To President-elect Trump for some of the words that was used on the campaign trail.
Look, and I've answered this a couple of times about a threat to democracy in the past week. The president is going to always feel obligated to be honest with the American people. What he says still stands.
Another press briefing this week saw Fox News reporter Peter Doocy ask about any awkwardness between President Biden and VP Harris.
We know that today, a week after the election, President Biden and Vice President Harris had a private lunch. How awkward was that?
I don't even understand. Why would it be awkward?
Because
the
president got squeezed out for her, and then she kept him at arm's length, and then she lost, and now she's back.
Why would you characterize it as awkward?
And of course, is Hunter Biden going to be pardoned?
President Biden says that he's not going to pardon his son, Hunter. Is he going to ask Donald Trump to do that?
I don't have anything else to share about that. I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole on this. I've been very clear. The president's been very clear when we've been asked this question.
As Donald Trump keeps adding more posts to his administration, it looks as if Florida Senator Marco Rubio could be his pick for Secretary of State. So if that happens, who would replace his Senate seat? Well, CNN's Scott Jennings had a pretty random pick.
If Marco Rubio does in fact become Secretary of State, we're going to need a new senator from the state of Florida, and we need someone with Rubio's national security credentials. Now, there's one Floridian who can do it. He stood up to the Russians and the Iranians in the 1980s when he defeated the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov, two of America's most lethal foes. He is a real American. He fights for the rights of every man. He knows that courage is the thing that keeps us free. Ladies and gentlemen, I announce Ron DeSantis, get on it. Hulk Hogan for U.S. Senate. And what you going to do, Chuck Schumer, when Hulkamania runs wild on you, brother?